Some of you might have seen me. First thing I would like to introduce myself. My name is John Vedanayagam. I am from India. So, there were so many questions being asked to me. One of the things that Elizabeth asked me to share with you, how did I receive my vocation to become a priest? When I was born, my father was a government employee, but when I grew up, I was in 5th grade, he was retired, and then the church to which I belong is St. Francis of Sales Church. They need a sacristan. They chose my father to be a sacristan. I was in the 5th grade, then I began to accompany my father daily for the Mass, every day. Believe me, every day. I used to get up by 6 and go in 6:30 is a Mass, and we attend the Mass and come back. In a way, while I was going every day for the Mass, I got a kind of attraction towards this priestly life. The priests who come to celebrate Mass, how they celebrate Mass. And I not only attend the Mass, but I also serve at the altar. We don't have every day serving at the altar, but I would choose to serve at the altar. So that eventually made me to think about becoming a priest. When I finished my 10th grade, a question being asked to me, what is your plan for your next? Whether you want to go for studies or you want to do something else. And this question is not asked by anyone else, by my pastor himself. He asked me, what do you want to become? Generally, back home after 10th grade, we have a choice to make for our life. We consider after 10th is the most important stage of our life to make a decision, whether you want to become an engineer, you want to become a doctor, you want to become someone special in some studies. But I had only one desire. I just said, I want to become a priest. And he looked at me and he said, do you want to become a diocesan or you want a religious? To which I don't know what to say. I just looked at him and he said, he being a religious called Missionaries of St. Francis de Sales, he told me that I will recommend you to go to the religious order called Missionaries of St. Francis de Sales. This religious order has its beginning in France in the year 1838, founded by a French priest. And then, after founding his congregation, he sent missionaries to India. There, this congregation grew and became big. And right now, the congregation is working in 32 countries. Coming to my vocation, after choosing to become a priest, I joined the seminary soon after 10th grade. So my family, as here you have so many, whole family is Catholic. There are I don't know other religion. In my family, my father, my mother, all my brothers and sisters, all are Catholics. And they don't know any other. We have so many multi-religions in India. Not only the denominations that we see, Baptists, all these. We have Buddhism, Jainism, Hinduism, Islam, and Jewish. Many other religions we have in India. But for my family, we know only one, that is Catholics. My father being a catechist. So as I joined in the seminary, I had a lot of difficulties. In the beginning, I don't know anything about marriage, or I didn't think of anything of marriage. I had only one thing, how to become a priest. But the first question that my superiors asked me, why do you want to become a priest? What answer you think that I gave? Like you, I just kept quiet. And they asked, and someone told in the crowd, we want to serve God and serve people. Then he asked the same question, why don't you serve being married? You can very well serve being married. And again, silence. So what I want to tell you, it is 12 years of formation, not 1 year, that I became a priest. From 12 years you can count to become a priest in my religious order. All these 12 years is not safe always. There were ups and downs. There were joys and there were sorrows. There were corrections. There were appreciations. There were times where I chose to leave the religious order. First time when I chose to leave the religious order was when I lost my mother. I felt that it's better to get out from this religious order to go out and help the family. Somehow, my friends, my spiritual directors, and the priests helped me to continue. Again, as I was approaching to become a priest, my father has to leave me. He passed away. Again, then I decided to leave the religious order. Again, my spiritual directors and others helped me to continue my vocation to become priest. And again, as I am approaching very close to becoming priest, I lost my younger brother. He passed away. So when I became a priest, my father, my mother, my younger brother were not there to see me as a priest. But God has His own plan. So in just what I want to say is, after hearing some of your questions, there are so many things that happen in every life. And it is not only in the religious life, but also in the outside life. I mean to say in the family life, there are ups and downs. So this is all about my experience as I pass the different stages to become a priest. One of the most important quote that attracted me most was today's gospel, as we heard, John 15:16 verse. I chose you, you did not choose me. So these are the words I was constantly hearing and meditating on that. And some of you may think, what happens when something goes wrong? How do you cover up? Believe me, I go and sit before the Blessed Sacrament. That is my power. I believe Jesus is there with me. I don't take even though I go to a spiritual director, I listen to some of the good advices, but the best advice and the best strength I get till today when I go and sit before the Blessed Sacrament. Some of them come to me for confession. They are broke down. They are really in tears. I give the only suggestion, go and spend some time before the Blessed Sacrament. That is a power. That is our faith, and that is our source of energy. So with that, I wind up my witness. If you have some doubts and clarifications, welcome.